have really pushed hard, and I appreciate it. And you grew up close to it.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Richfield and Westport, very close. Thanks, Dave. Actually, it was Gary Cowan and I, John Montecalvo and Rob Santo got together back in December. Say up involved in December, we said, life evolves, and may be here tomorrow, may not be. So Gary, said, hey, man, let's work on getting a reunion together. I reached out to Coach, and we kind of talked about it, and I know these guys from the late 70s, early 80s get together all the time, and that's a brotherhood to itself, and they're just tremendous, and they were a big help in getting you guys here today. But I was fortunate enough to play in 85, 86, and 87, and Art Huber not only was our coach for 86 and 87, but he ended up becoming a really close friend of mine. Also with Tim and Wendy. It was a special bond, and we had planned to do something, and then COVID hit, and then last year it came out, and I called Tim and I said, hey, why don't you meet me out at the field and bring some of your dad's ashes? And he said, well, we should call Dave. I said, forget Dave. I said, let's just go out to the field. We won't be able to get in there. Trust me, I'll get in. And we came out, and just a quick story, and then I'll hand it back to Dave. I came out to the field, and I got here early because I come out here a lot when I'm in town, and I get a little emotional when I come out here. So I come out before everybody else gets here, so I can get that out of the way. I was on the field, and it was raining pretty hard, and Tim and Wendy pulled up, and I walked out to the parking lot to meet them, and we made our way onto the field, and I didn't realize it until afterwards, but as soon as we stepped on the field, it stopped raining. And we spread some of Art's ashes around the field, went out to the outfield and spread some of his ashes in the outfield, and we talked about different stories, and I hope you'll share that story about that ball he caught in the outfield. And we talked for about 20 minutes, and we were making our way off the field, and as soon as we stepped from the turf onto that concrete, it started raining again. And I think that story just shows you how important, special Art Huber was to Flagler College baseball. And I think his legacy will live on forever. I'm honored to not only have had him as a coach, but I'm honored to have him as a friend, and continue my friendship with Tim and Wendy. And I think the fact that you guys made an effort to get here today really makes it that much more special, especially Dean White and what's your name again?
I'll see you in my office.
And unfortunately, Bill Hebert had a change in plans, and he couldn't make it. He sends his best. And but I appreciate you guys coming here. It's a special day for me, as I'm sure it is for all of you. And Coach Aspinwall was going to come here and say a few words on Art's behalf, but obviously he's not here yet. So Dave, I'll kick it back to you.
Yeah. No. What happened was I got the call that Darwin White called me and said Glenn's going to retire, and would I be interested in interviewing for the job? And Dan Stewart was the athletic director. So anyway, I come to St. Augustine, and I met with everybody. I met with Darwin and Dan and Dr. Proctor, and I think it was Dean Carberry, because there was some teaching involved. But I remember asking, it might have been Dan or Darwin, I said, do we have any paid assistants? And they looked at me like, paid assistants? I mean, we're lucky we're...
you.
And I was getting paid part-time. So anyway, so he said no, but Darwin, I think, told me no, but there's an assistant, Art Huber, that's here. So I thought, good. And they said he's an older guy, and he played college baseball. So I was excited because I knew I had somebody. So anyway, but what a delightful guy, and really was helpful to us in a lot of ways. Not just, he was like a mentor to me as a coach, but he knew we didn't have a large budget, so he would drive his station wagon with all the equipment so we could fit enough guys in that Partridge Family bus. You guys remember that? It seated like 24 people. And he would keep score, which was good because we had no records. But Glenn kept scorebooks, but we had no records. We had to go through and figure out, who we had to establish records from all those 9 years that Glenn had been here, and you guys, a lot of you guys have called me and corrected and said, wait a minute, I had 14 But we got it. We finally got it right. We finally got it right. And but Art was just what a great guy, and so loved baseball. And it's kind of neat that he got to have a career in sales, but really a career in baseball, which was his love for a long, long time. So thank you both for letting us have that. Any other stories? Chime in. Any
Well, if you want to hear